Yo, what's good YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are checking out Einar featuring Dani M, VOI. Alright, so this is meant to be the track that people feel like Einar's talking about Dara, who was Haval's brother, who got unalived, deleted. I think it was after Haval and Yasin set up Einar and kidnapped him and all that madness. Alright, so when you're hearing about the VOI, I think you're meant to remember that they're talking about Dara because Dara was also unalived on an e-scooter, and I think it was a VOI. All right, so I'm gonna go through it. Let's see if we can work it out. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's get it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me just say this here. The VOI scooter right now is half in the road, half on the pavement, lying there, disregarded. Do you know what I mean? Not put back nicely on his stand. It's just on the floor. All right, someone just dashed it there. That's what Haval's brother was on. I'm assuming Einar made a track about a VOI scooter. Of all things he could make a track about. Man even entitled it VOI. That made sense to me, boy.
Oj, 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 snälla någon kom get your boy. Ligger kastad där som en VOI, ligger kastad där som en VOI. Den går, oj, 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 Einar dök upp i en konvoj. Sitter och gungar upp en hel sån i min ort där vi äter på det, oh boy. Det choklad och det pulver.
Sorry, but can I just say, yeah? First of all, that first part of the thing was mad disrespectful. Oi, 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 come and over here, get your boy, or whatever he said, yeah? And then he said, yo, lies there like a VOI, basically. Just dashed on the floor. How you meant to say that? How you meant to say that, bro? Man saying, yo, come, get your boy, brother. Man's looking like that. He's on the floor like a VOI scooter. That's a bit mad. That's a bit mad. I ain't gonna lie. Oh.
VOI, ligger kastad där som en VOI. Den går, oj, 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 Einar dök upp i en konvoj. Sitter och gungar upp en hel sån i min ort där vi äter på det, oh boy. Det choklad och det pulver. Obetalade skulder. Knack, knack, ja det tar bara sekunder. Tack, tack och ditt lag.
Man said unpaid debt. So I'm assuming this is Dani M rapping now. Man said unpaid debts. Knock, knock, knock. It only takes a second. Yo, is this bailiff type vibe where it's like, yo, it only takes a second? Or is it like unaliving type vibes? Yo, it only takes a second. Pop, pop, pop. And you know these man in Sweden get it down in the, yeah, I mean, front doors, stairways of flats and that. Man starts letting off, popping off nades and Wapalinos. All goes crazy over there. Jeez, all right, I'm here for this.
Det pulver, obetalade skulder. Knack, knack, ja det tar bara sekunder. Tack, tack och ditt lag ligger under. Back, back, om du tar upp den bäst du trycker upp.
Man said if you bring it up, you better squeeze it. I'm assuming you're saying like, yo, if you're lifting that Wapalino up, aiming it at man, you better squeeze it upon me. Because if it ain't getting squeezed then boy, I'm gonna sort you out afterwards. That's what he's coming with. That's the type of energy he's coming with. I ain't gonna lie.
Det tar bara sekunder. Tack, tack och ditt lag ligger under. Back, back, om du tar upp den bäst du trycker upp. Oavsett de kommer ge tillbaks. Arresten häkte, du får ge det ett tag. Eller kylig kanske kommer ut rätt snart. 5 stjärnor är i mitt ord.
Man said, what did he say about basically keep your head down, like lay low, and you may be able to come out soon. At this time, was Haval in prison? I'm assuming he probably was. So is Dani M must have some problems with him, you know. Dani M must have some problems because, yo, my guy's kind of insinuating, keep your head down. It's all right, man. Maybe you'll come out soon. Let me know, guys. Let me know, because that's a bit mad.
Arresten häkte, du får ge det ett tag. Eller kylig kanske kommer ut rätt snart. 5 stjärnor är i mitt hotell. 5 stjärnor span trodde GTA. Ingen fluggar, ingen leker smart. Vi är pluggar, vi...
Sorry, guys, but what I'm going to say, yeah, that 5-star tracking, GTA, no one wants 5 stars on you, bro. 5 stars in GTA is crazy. Yeah, I mean, helicopters, you got water patrol coming out, you got the SWAT team, you got the feds rolling them little stinger things across the road. Yeah, I mean, trying to blow out your tires. It's all going crazy. It's all absolutely going crazy. Do you know what I mean? And then he says here, we are the plugs, basically. We are wall outlets. So basically saying like, yo, we ain't just the plug. We ain't trying to get into nothing and try and feed. We are the supplier. We are the plug. We allow things to happen. Without us, yo, there's no power. Jeez, alright.
Mitt hotell, 5 stjärnor span trodde GTA. Ingen fluggar, ingen leker smart. Vi är pluggar, vi är eluttag. Folk de tror de inte religiös, men jag vet vem vi kommer be till snart.
Man said a lot of people say they ain't religious, but yo, when ish turns real, certain man are praying. Certain man are praying. And that's the truth, boy. Do you know what I mean? If you're religious, yo, you're meant to be religious in your good times and your bad times. But sometimes in life, fair enough, people choose to be religious when things are going bad in their life. Do you know what I mean? Yo, come on.
Vi är pluggar via eluttag. Folk de tror de inte religiös, men jag vet vem du kommer be till snart. Regnet duggar, jag vill ge mig avrätt för egna skuggan som det Peter Pan. Men skiter i det. Det där är bara spöken, mina diagnoser PTSD. Ibland man får för sig, kan få psykoser, det var det är. Hey rude boy, tror du är lost man, vem kommer hit och letar problem? Min bror han är ubåt, skicka torped.
My guy say my brother's like a submarine. I'm assuming submarines, like, you know what I mean, they're underwater. You can't really identify them too easily. They're like hidden until they pop themselves up. So I'm assuming he's basically saying that. All right.
Hey rude boy, tror du är lost man, vem kommer hit och letar problem? Min bror han är ubåt, skicka torpeder som dig för han dör för sånt. Get it? Oj, snälla någon come get your boy. Ligger kastad här som en voj, ligger kastad här som en voj. Jaså, oj, Einar dök upp i en konvoj, sitter och gungar upp en hel.
When he's talking about they showed up in convoy, is that what he's insinuating? Like when Dara passed away or was unalived at the scene, all the feds came up in convoy to like obviously block off the road and all that madness. Is that what they're saying? Let me know, guys. Let me know.
Jaså, oj, Einar dök upp i en konvoj, sitter och gungar upp en hel sån i min ort där vi äter på det och oj, dyker upp på en trimmad hoj, min kontakt han har klart.
Man said, appeared on a tuned motorbike, yeah? My contact has passed the TP. The TP. What's the TP? I would have thought the target, the third party. What is TP? Let me know, guys. Let me know.
Oj, dyker upp på en trimmad hoj. Min kontakt han har klarat TPn. Han sa come here and get your toys.
Man said, come here and get your toys. Meaning maybe, is it he's saying like, yo, he's younger, trying to highlight that, yo, Havel's brother was obviously younger than Havel. I'm assuming he was younger than Einar. I don't know. Come here and get your toys. You're only going to say that to a kid, aren't you? Do you know what I mean? Let me know.
Dyker upp på en trimmad hoj. Min kontakt han har klarat TPn. Han sa come here and get your toys. Ena dagen jag är i en range, andra dagen jag är i en Royce. Varje dag är det långt från same. Ena dagen kan vara fucking stay.
Alright, so my guy's just flexing us now. Man said first he's in a range, then he's one day in a Royce. He said no day is boring for him. He's living his life, living the fun. You know what? Man put in the work. Do you know what I mean? In his short time, my guy was a national treasure, a sensational rapper. And you know what? Give him his flowers. Do you know what I mean? He's hard. I ain't gonna lie, Einar. R.I.P. Einar for this one still.
Andra dagen jag är i en Royce. Varje dag är det långt från same. Ena dagen kan vara fucking stay. CZ och 762. Inga nävar, du får 76 hål. Små grabbar, de möter det örster i centran utan att ta.
Alright, my guy's basically letting everybody know. Hey, yo, I ain't here to be beefing with no hands, yeah? Hands are out of the question. These hands are not being used. Yeah, it's the Wapalinos that's going to be used. 7 to 6 holes you can get. Whichever one you want. You choose. 7 or 6. Which one is it? You know what I mean? Alright. As I said, demon time for Einar, boy.
762, inga nävar, du får 76 hål. Små grabbar, de möter det örster i centran utan att ta luden på. Broder cashen gjorde bruden kåt. Det är klart hon gjorde kuken hård. Stockholm City, det är samma veva. Brorsan hela vägen upp till 752. Sten, Hagen och Dalen, där skiten är galet och Einar.
Hagen and Dalen, where the shit is crazy. The police, they storm your home. Basically, okay, so I'm assuming these are... Sten Hagen is the area, I believe. Dalen, I believe that must be... I know that's the part of the network, but I don't know if that's a particular area. But basically saying that, yo, it's a bit techie. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit techie. The feds are all over that area because it's known to be a problem. Do you know what I mean? So I'm assuming he's associated with the Greek rather than the Fox. All right, that makes sense. Woo! All right. I'm enjoying this one. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard, but I still feel like it's not clear that he's talking about Havel's brother, but he's putting little things like that voice scooter. It's like, oh yeah, it looks like he is, but he's not saying anything crazy that's like, yeah, I done the thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I samma veva brorsan hela vägen upp till 752 Sten, Hagen och Dalen där skiten är galet och Einar då stormar ditt hem Youngen han tar den för laget och kommer med vapen och skjuter ner dig och din vän
He appears with weapons and shoots you or your friend down. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Hey, let me go back.
Utan att ta luden på Broder cashen gjorde bruden kåt Det är klart hon gjorde kuken hård Stockholm City det är samma veva brorsan hela vägen upp till 752 Sten, Hagen och Dalen där skiten är galet och Einar då stormar ditt hem Youngen han tar den för laget och kommer med vapen och skjuter ner dig och din vän Du har inget av det du säger du har men NS
Wait, you have none of what you say you have, bro. NS1 GMG is no joke. Let me know, who are these people? I never heard of NS1. I never heard of GMG. Let me know. I'm assuming they're gangs affiliated to the wider networks, but let me know. Let me know.
För laget och kommer med vapen och skjuter ner dig och din vän Du har inget av det du säger du har men NS och GMG inget skämt Vi mer än ett lag vi planerar saker som är mycket mer än att
We plan things that are much more than just getting famous. We plan things that are much more than just getting famous. Now, out of all the bars, I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Getting the young'un to go and take down you and your friend, that kind of makes it sound like a little bit mad. Yeah? But this one here, I feel like this is the cherry on the cake, boss. We plan things that are much more than just getting famous. I feel like that's the little hint right there. For me anyway. Am I reading too much into it, guys? But yo, I feel like he's saying something in that one. I ain't gonna lie.
men NS och GMG inget skämt Vi mer än ett lag vi planerar saker som är mycket mer än att bara bli känd Oj, snälla någon kom get your boy Ligger kastad här som en Voi Ligger kastad här som en
That's just disrespectful. Lies they're thrown here like a boy scooter, boss. And look how the scooter's been thrown in the picture, boss. Absolute madness.
Oj, Einar dök upp i en konvoj Sitter och gungar upp en hel sån i min ort där vi äter på det, oh boy Oj, snälla någon kom get your boy Ligger kastad här som en Voi Ligger kastad här som en Voi Oj, Einar dök upp i en konvoj Sitter och gungar upp en hel sån i min ort där vi äter på det, oh boy Oj, snälla någon kom get your boy Ligger kastad här som en Voi Ligger kastad här som en Voi
Shout out to Dani M. R.I.P. Einar.
Dani M
Jeez, well, I'm gonna say shout out to Einar, R.I.P. Einar, shout out to Dani M as well. Honestly, yo, from what I'm listening to, from what I could read, from what I could understand, it sounds like Dani M had an issue with Haval as well. I don't know what it was about, but I'm assuming they had some problems because no one's jumping on a track, especially when you understand all the background, unless you got issues with them. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, boy, what I'm gonna say, this track doesn't clearly say like, yo, I underlived him, because obviously if you did put that there, it's a bit mad. It's a bit unsmart to do that. It's a bit stupid, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? But man's making a lot of references to the situation. You know what I mean? The voice scooter is a mad thing. Why is such a big artist talking about a voice scooter? That's free marketing. Do you know what I mean? Then he's talking about the young'uns going down to the block, trying to attack you and your friend. That could be your brother. Your brother could be your friend. Do you know what I mean? And then he's saying we're planning much more than just famous, getting famous or whatever. Well, what else are you planning? Because the fame brings you the cheddar. Yeah, I'm assuming you're a plug, you're doing all this madness. Fine. The money comes with the, yeah, I mean, criminal activity too. But what else are you planning, boss? What else are you planning, boss? Do you know what I mean? Hey, let me know in the comments, guys. But yo, please remember, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your take is on this as well. Any breakdown, backstories. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.